he gave me a book. And I was reading it. And I was like, this is really good. And it was given to me by Miss Hopkins. So Miss Hopkins was like, my cousin wrote this. I'm like, for real? And so we got on the phone, and she's like, hey, maybe you can come here. And I'm like, cool. That worked for me. And she's like, hey, I want everybody to have a book. So you have a book thanks to Miss Hopkins and Mr. Thomas here.
So I am actually a hip-hop artist also. So I've done talent shows, so I know it's going to be really exciting with what you guys are going to do and young ladies. Before we get started, I want to tell you how I got the Black Man in Great. People always say, oh, that's such a cool name. How did you get it? So just growing up, I've always been one of the darker people in the room, and so the name Black always stuck. And so they're like, hey, what up, Black? What up, Black? And as I got older, it transitioned over to Black Man, right? Now, the great is I always see myself as a warrior. Anybody know what a warrior is, or what does a warrior mean to you? Go ahead. Yeah, you. I didn't give her a copy of the speech, but that's exactly right. What are some other examples of warriors? Like, who else wants to go? Yes. Absolutely. Go ahead.
If you're told, like, you are a warrior, like, finding a great day with, like, others and helping people.
Yes, and that is exactly right. I look at every situation like it's nothing I can't do, it's nothing I can't overcome. So that's how the great got into my name, right? And what that means is like it's a part of me. It's my spirit, it's who I am. It's my legacy. It's what I actually bring into my life and the people around me. It's something that these are my sons right here. Y'all see them right here? It's something that I instill in them as well. Now about me, I want to ask a question. Has anybody ever been in class, you knew the answer to the question, but you were afraid to raise your hand because you thought you were going to be wrong or somebody was going to be talking about you? So yeah, you know what I call that? I call that a Caleb moment. Has anybody ever heard of Caleb in the Bible? Yeah. You heard of Caleb? Okay, yes. So that is a Caleb moment. And what happened in this story in the Bible is God sent 12 spies to go check out the promised land. God had promised them land, and he said, I want you to send 12 people to go and check it out. So they go and check it out, and I mean, this land is big, it has strong cities, and it said that it had giants. Anybody know what a giant is? Yeah, it said it had giants. So the people that went and looked at the land was like, we were like grasshoppers in the sight of these people. So they went back, all 12 of the spies, and does anybody know what happened when they got back to debrief of what they saw? What happened in the back? Yes, that's right. So out of 12 people, only 2 people believed. That was Joshua and that was Caleb. And so I had a Caleb moment when I wrote this book, right? So like I said, I've done a lot of hip hop shows, I've done a lot of live performances, but the author thing And that's what a Caleb moment is. It's when you hit a crossroad and you have a choice to make between faith and fear. So what I did was, y'all see this sign right here? It's a good looking guy right here. I know y'all like, where's the hair? And I just cut it off. But yeah, so I got that, and I also got these QR codes, right? And so my plan was this: every time I wasn't outside the mall saying, "Hey, the QR code," I was too scared. So every time I would see somebody and I was trying and they were talking, I would just have the QR codes on me like I always have handy, right? And I would just give them the QR code and I tell them about the book. And so as that went on, like I looked up and I had got rid of a lot of QR codes. And to my surprise, and this is why I'm glad that I chose faith over fear. To my surprise, guess what happened? People actually were liking the book. Like, not only did your principal and my cousin, because of course the people closest to you, you're like, I know you're going to like it. You're supposed to say that. Like my mom, my family, everybody was like, oh, I love it. But I started talking to random people, right? And they were like, giving me the time of day. Even since I've been up here, I've talked to people about the book, and they're like, oh, that's great. Like, I can't believe this is around. Now, the second part of the Caleb story, right? Now, Caleb was 40 years old when they went to look at the land. Does anybody know how long it was before he actually went to fight for the land? Trick question. How many? Okay, so it was 45 years later before he had the opportunity to go fight for the land. I'm only 41 years old, so that would have been like 41 years ago plus 4 more years. The reason I bring that up is anything worth having is worth waiting for, right? You will hear that a lot as you grow. It's about having patience. And so Caleb had the patience to come and wait 45 years. How many people like to believe? I figured I wasn't going to get a lot of hands on that. Yeah, we want to get it not now, but right now. But my message to you is anything that is worth having is worth waiting for. And so what happened is Caleb is 85 years old, right? He was 40 when he went to the land. Now he's 85 years old. And when it was time to fight, do you think Caleb went and asked for like the easiest battle? Do you think he was like, can I just sit on the sideline? I'm 85 years old. I don't really have the strength to do that. He told him, give me the mountain. Guess what was on the mountain? The giants. Yes. So even though he was 85 years old, right, even though he had been waiting 45 years, when his opportunity came, he said, give me the toughest challenge. And that is where you get the greatest result. So whenever you get to a situation or a crossroad where you have a choice to make, choose faith over fear. Now I'm going to leave you with 3 things that I want you to take away from this. The first thing, I want you to believe when others don't. Or believe when others doubt. Has anybody like did a TikTok and you showed it to your friend and they're like, nah, that ain't it. Or you wrote a song, or you were going to go try out for the basketball team or sports team and they're like, you're too short. Anybody read stuff like that? Okay, so the thing about it is, when something is on your heart, when a purpose is on your heart, everybody is not going to see it your way. Right? So you got to believe when others don't, and you got to keep faith and keep pushing. The next thing is be different. I tell my sons this all the time. It's easy to blend in, but being different, like even now, right? I started a business. A lot of people were like, hey man, you don't really have. I started the business before the book. And they're like, you don't have any problems. Like, you don't have anything to sell. Why would you open up? That's not a good idea. Like, don't waste your money. But you know what? I was different, and I believed when others doubt, and I did it. And even though those first 2 years were about spending, finally year 3, we're in the green. I know y'all don't know what all that means, but my adults, we're finally in the green. After 3 years. And the third thing is to stay strong, right? As you go through life, you're going to have difficult challenges. You're going to have tough things that happen, but I just want you to stay strong. So what's the 3 things that you got to take away from what I said today? What's number 1?
Never give up when you're doubting.
Believe when others don't. Yes. What's next? Don't be afraid. Be different. What else? Stay strong. Okay, y'all did listen. I was like, I don't know. I was y'all lady. I would have probably told you about 5-6 minutes ago. But that's what I got. The book that you have, I call it One Truth at a Time, right? And so that's how you approach life. And so there's a lot that can happen in life. It's like it happened as a kid, right? But when you have a goal, you break everything down into sub-goals. And that's what this book is about, sub-goals. Small steps, right, will get you to the top of the mountain. So take one truth at a time, be different, stay strong, believe when others don't, and you will set yourself up for success in life. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to open up the floor. If anybody has any questions about me, about the book, about the music, or my sons, they answer the questions too. They said there wasn't, but I got them here. What y'all got for me? Go ahead. So, now, I'm glad you asked that. You used to already turning. You already. So, I was actually looking, right? I produced this book through Amazon. And it's called Amazon KVP. And you want to know what the best thing about Amazon KVP is? It's free. And you approve it within 48 hours. So basically, I went in Microsoft Word, I wrote my book, I put it in there, I submitted it to Amazon KDP, and 48 hours later, it was available on Amazon and Kindle. So you get the page. I took a little social media right over the last 30 days, just to reset. But if you look before that, every morning I would wake up and I would read my Bible, I would reset and get ready for the day. I always start the day with scripture and reading and meditating. And then I would get on there and do social media posts. So based on what I read, I would write something out. I would have the message, and it was like a 30-minute TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. So after doing that for a couple of months, God put it on my heart to actually put it in a book. And so once he did that, of course, he supplies all of your needs when he tells you to do something. And voila, he supplied my needs, and that was the motivation, my daily motivational post.
What's your most famous song?
My most famous song right now, I would have to say, is probably Albany to Augusta. I wrote a song. I'm originally from Albany, Georgia, and I ended up moving to Augusta, Georgia. So when we look at TikToks and stuff like that, the Albany to Augusta song, some of the older tracks that told you to do that, is some of the more popular songs. I ain't saying I was viral, but those are the more popular songs. We're gonna keep going. My favorite artist, if I had to say on the top of my head right now, of all time would have to be Nas. I know, y'all know who Nas? I forgot I'm 41. Okay, yeah. So of all times, I would have to say the top of my list is Nas. What else we got? That's your yours, my man. You better where she at. You think that young lady right there? I call her cousin Cynthia. Y'all probably call her Miss Cynthia or Miss Tompkins. I call her cousin Cynthia. How did I get my what? So, one thing you'll understand about my family is that it is from the gate. So I started out very young with getting baptized and really believing at a really, really young age. And as I got older, right, I know a lot of people that, when you get out of school, I say about 18, 19, you hit those phases like, I don't know, now it's my option to go to church and, kind of go off a little bit. But what happened was God always brings himself back to me. And I know through situations throughout my life how he's provided a way out of no way. I know he's real. And I know he got my back. And I know he's put me in position. Like even now, I would have never thought I would have been out here. This is God. So that's why I have my faith. And that's why I believe. And that's why I was spreading word as much as I can. You want me to sing for you? No. You want me to sing for you? Okay. I got the verse I did, right? I'll sing a little bit of it. It's called my song, Jump Head First. And it goes, let me see if I remember. I ain't performed in a while. It goes, God first, 30 seconds, then his third, reach it up like a recipe I'm serving over nerves. Take calculated rich crunch numbers like a chemist to the finish. Ain't stopping, gotta see it to the end. Checkmate, game over. No move for the king, no a big time threat. Prepare for anything, you can climb and resign. I just reach while I climb on the side of the mountain. You can catch me on the sink, no mistake in this game. It's money minus fame when it boils down to it. See the great never change. $1 million, pocket change, just playing in the rain. Big ball status, got cash, it's insane. Getting people of the letters, just eating as a treat. No deceit in the field, keep it real, no retreat. I grind and I hustle, brain hustle, they in trouble. I came from the rubble, I'm born with some muscle. Yeah! So that's what the Rousing guys do. That's a song What else we got? Look out, passing the test on.
How do you get your beats produced or bought?
Alright, so couple of things you can do, right? So I originally was going through BeatStars, which is a platform where producers upload their beats and you can negotiate and buy them. I also have a European producer named Last Atlantis, and he drops off a lot of beats to it. We built a relationship and a couple of songs I won, and I did some good business with him, and he sings those. I also have a producer in Augusta named Bizzo Beats, and we're actually working on a country rap album right now. And so it's almost done. Me and Bizzo got something cooking up. So those are the ways that I get my beats. Yes, I'm on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, whatever you listen to, YouTube Music. You just look up Black Man the Great.
It's bad, but
What the shirt you wear? Make your songs wear everywhere. And you will see me on there. What's your question, son? I just look like y'all just been good. Another way. But I actually started, I was at Little Georgia College, and I was doing, when you go off to college, especially in these little country towns, you'll find out that it's not a lot to do in these country towns. And so on my floor in the dorm room I stayed in, there were 3 studios on the dorm room floor. And so I've always been the type of, I don't need to go record in your studio, I'll go and get my own. And I didn't even know how to write at the time. But I started out writing, I heard up and did my first show, and I've been on and popping ever since.
what do you say?
No, I I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna keep my integrity here. I do not play any instruments. I would love to now. When I was younger, I started out with the piano and the drums, but it didn't stick, as you can see on the talk. How many I got left?
How many kids do you have?
How many kids?
How old? Okay.
Oh, that's Spanish.
Oh, 41. And as a matter of fact, I just turned 41 on March 31st. So I got a late birthday. You said what number? I know producers do use FL Studio. I think Pro Tools, Logic, what's Ableton? I think that's another one. Just like with the instruments, I'm not deep. All right, let me get started on my Absolutely. As a matter of fact, you see my son when he's working over here, spanking him all the time. 2K, I'm a 2K man. Baseball, football, basketball. Yeah. See, he won't turn around and look at you. In a little basketball, I ain't even trying to bring the game over here. He was like, no, man, he's going to go on.
I ain't never said that, bro.
Oh, I will tell you, it is not as hard as you think. So what I would suggest you do, like I said, with the Amazon KDP, go home and tell your parents some of that. Like, I don't know if at your age you'd be able to sign up, I'm not sure. But it is totally free to sign up. It is very, very easy. It's legitimate. And like, all you have to do is like open up your Microsoft Word, even if you just want to write it on paper and then copy it to Microsoft. But you can just write it in there. And don't be afraid to use tools that are available to you. You can get AI to edit it for you. Like anything that you need, there's some sites you can upload and do I can show you how to do the Grammarly or do the edits in Microsoft. And from there, you just upload it. Amazon KDP actually allows you to create the book cover as well. So you see on the back of it, I got a little smile picture on there. Yeah, it's just a template. You put it on there, for the words, and voila. Who you got there? Okay, huh?
How old are you?
Okay. So, the tall one right here, we think he can take it, but he can't. He is 13. He just turned 13 in February. They're actually Irish twins. So that's Layton. He's 13. Dylan is 12. So, like 7 days every year, they're the same age.
6.
6. Look, the oldest one always, there's 6 days, guys, we're the same age. Look like we got 1 or 2 more questions we can take in, because I can be up here all night if you don't count. You can ask me on. Okay, she had her hand up first, then I'll meet you. I'll tell you no lie. It was because writing the book was not on my mind. But God had put it on my heart one day. Like I said, I wake up every morning and I read and I meditate. And it was one of those things that was kind of like while I was praying and meditating, and God was like, hey, turn your daily motivational post into a book. And so one thing about me is there's a story in the Bible, I think it was Gideon, where he was like, if you really want me to do this, make the grass wet and the towel dry. And then he came back and was like, pardon me, but if you can just give me one more sign and make the towel wet and the grass dry. And it was one of those moments, and he gave me all the tools and everything that I needed to get it done. And voila, it's in your hand. Last question.
My dad's actually working on some music. His first music, he's gonna probably send it to
Oh, say it one more time.
He's working on some
video games and music called sync licenses. So I'll be looking out for your dad. I know it's going to be good.
His username on Fortnite is Junkyard Spencer.
Okay, well, okay. See, you know, some smoke.
Maybe you should try to upload some of your songs to 2K. They'll probably allow it.
You know, that's smart. And I don't know some of the reasons, so, you know, that might be a good